Welcome back to Zero Escape First Disaster War. In the last episode, we saw places in the Golem Bay. We met Golem, and then he was killed in front of our eyes because he was about to tell something super secret that Zero didn't want us to know. And now we're gonna head back into the Ambidex room to play the Ambidex game. And then, according to the flowchart, we're gonna get our ending. So you know that'll be interesting. There's stood Phi, Dio, and K. Excuse me. Hey, what the hell, guys?
Why did you open the AB gate before everyone got back?
I apologize. We only turned away for a moment.
Dio opened it.
You got a problem with that?
Of course we do.
Why? I don't remember us all promising we wouldn't open the thing until everyone showed up.
This isn't about promises. You stupid or just an asshole?
Probably both. We were able to get back here in time. But what about the others?
That's gonna be the next thing out of my mouth. Was probably
and
both.
the OG Quark and Clover are still out there somewhere. What were you planning to do if they didn't get back in time?
Nothing. Why would I have to do anything? Didn't you hear the voice? Anybody who doesn't get back in time to vote just gets their vote automatically set to ally. It's pretty straightforward to me. So what if they don't get back in time? They'll all get set to ally and all three of them will get 2 BP. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. Tenmyoji's only got 1 BP. I figure he'll be pretty happy to get 2 more. And that'll put Quark and Clover up close to 9. So that's not too bad for them either. In other words, they ought to be thanking me.
Didn't you guys find a note?
What? What's this?
Yeah, we already know the rules of this.
Of course.
I'm worried if time runs out.
They'll be penalized. Yes.
I know. Quark is part of that team. Maybe something happened with him.
You seem a little off before we head into the chromatic
This
doors.
is bad.
Hey, wait a minute. Where's Alice? She was here just a minute ago. Alice? It took me only a moment to spot her. She was several yards away, kneeling down to look at something on the floor. What she was looking at, I couldn't tell. I was about to head over and see what was going on when... Whoa, hey guys.
Quark. Has Quark been here?
Did something happen to him?
He disappeared.
Disappeared?
I mean, he's gone. We can't find him anywhere.
When was the last time you saw him?
We were heading back here.
Tenmyoji and I went into the lounge, but Quark didn't follow us.
We turned around and started calling for him, but...
When he didn't respond, we ran back the way we'd come.
I don't know why you would have ever taken your eyes off him for even a second.
And you couldn't find him?
Right.
We thought maybe he just hadn't seen us go into the lounge.
So we checked the crew quarters and the infirmary.
That's why you say, hey, come on, Quark, follow me. We're going into the lounge now.
But
You don't just
he
go
wasn't
in and
there
leave him
either.
behind.
All right, we need to split up. If we can't find him in any of the floor A rooms, we'll move to floor B.
Okay. I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on it.
Right, you do that. I am admittedly getting a little sick of the Quark's got the virus thing, because that's like we've experienced that same reveal about 1,000 times at this point, so I'm ready to get to the true ending, let me tell you. I'm very, very ready to get to the true ending. Are we checking every goddamn room? I think we're checking every goddamn room until we eventually find him. Going through every transitional thing as well. You went through the red door with Theo and K, right?
Yeah.
What was on the other side of that door?
You want to see it?
Yeah, maybe Quark went
Fine,
there.
Follow me.
This is...
The pantry.
Yeah, my favorite room.
That drawer over there is stuffed with processed food. Wasn't half bad, actually.
You ate it?
Yeah. There was some paella, nasi goreng, schnitzel, yukejang, borscht, and tom kha gai. Oh, and I ate the chef's pasta, too.
That's a lot of food.
Can't help it. I'm a growing girl.
How old...
20, I think.
What? I don't even know where to start here. 1, by the time you hit 20, you're done growing. 2, you think you should be old enough to know how old you are. 3, how on earth are you 20? You look like you're 13 if you... Sigma... I feel like the more you speak, just the worse you sound. I can't believe you're only 2 years younger than me.
Now that's funny. You must have done a lot of drugs to look like that at 22.
Oh, give me a break, you little
Don't
punk.
call me little. I'm an adult, you dried up asshole.
Ugh, fine, whatever. So this place has enough food to keep these people alive for a few years, huh? It's like this stuff isn't going to expire anytime soon.
Yeah. The use-by date is about 100 years from now.
How about water?
There's a tank over there. It looks like they're pulling it out of some kind of well.
Is it
Well,
safe?
since Dio isn't rolling around on the floor in agonizing pain, I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's okay.
You made him drink it to make sure it was
I
safe?
guess you could say that.
I mean, if you're gonna use a test dummy, why not use Dio?
No, I was careful with the food too. Dio had some of it first, and it seemed fine, so I...
Hey, remember when we were trying to find Quark?
Oh, I almost forgot.
What?
I ate something else. Twice cooked pork.
That's, why the hell are you shouting about that? Wait a minute. Twice cooked
What is
pork? Well, that just reminded me of something.
Reminded you of what?
That might seem hard to believe. Oh, come on, at least let me tell you first. Alright. So there's a crazy robot, and he's telling me, I explained how we found a room called the Golem Bay on the other side of the green door, and how we met a robot there named Golem who told a very interesting story. Yeah, very interesting. Hey, remember when we were trying to find Quark about, like, a minute ago?
See.
Yeah, that was fun.
So the Golem guy was turned off just when he was about to tell you something.
Yeah.
So the last thing he said was
Yeah.
right in the middle. Middle could be from Middle Kingdom, which is another name for China.
It was not that. Well, this is utterly pointless.
Really? I don't think so.
Please
Well,
explain.
Maybe he was trying to say that this game is like the Chinese room. In other words,
Sigma, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
What's going on?
Something bad. Something really bad.
Come on, spill it.
Alice is... Just come with me. She's in the crew quarters.
Once again, she's dead, I'm assuming. Because she stabbed herself. Yep, that's... You know, I gotta be honest. I'm kind of getting, like... I don't want to say fed up with, but it's like... I think I've become desensitized to these twists. Because it's happened so many goddamn times. Over the course of this game so far. Like, the first time this happened, I'm like, oh my god, that's awful. But, like, we've seen this exact same twist, like, a million times. So it's like, alright, let's move along now. Oh boy, no pulse, the skin already turned pale. Yep, why this happened, I looked for so long moments, so I was staring blankly ahead. The throat burn in my chest was tight, but I forced myself to take 3 progressively calmer breaths, then stood. I clenched my fist, took one last breath, and turned. Who found her first?
Me. I was looking for Quark on floor B and couldn't find it. So I came back here and, well, you know the rest. Hey, what's that look supposed to mean? You better not be thinking I did it.
Well, suspicion often falls on the first to discover a crime.
Fuck that. She'd already been murdered when I got here.
how do you know she was murdered?
What? Come on, it's obvious. She's got a knife sticking out of her chest. Does that look like an accident or a suicide to you?
How do you know the weapon was a knife?
What?
All you can see from here is the handle. For all you know, it could have been an ice pick or some kind of tool.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true, but I mean, come on. Who wouldn't look at that and assume it's a knife? And it's not fair to suspect someone just because they happen to be the first one to find the body.
Tell that to every goddamn person on this planet who plays Among Us.
If you want to be like that, then the last person to see Alice is the person you should be looking at.
Who was the last person to see her? I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead. Alice, why? This wasn't supposed to happen. You promised me we'd catch them together. Don't do this.
Clover.
I can't trust them anymore. It could have been any one of them. They killed you, Alice. I can't forgive them for that. I'm going to get revenge. I'll find out who killed you. And I'll...
Hey, Clover.
Shut up! Don't you talk to me! I'm sorry, Alice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. Before anyone could say anything, she left the room.
Wait! Clover, come back!
Tenmyoji took off in pursuit, and I made to follow when...
It's pointless. Even if you caught up to her, she'd never tell you anything. Think it through. There are two possibilities. Either Clover killed her, or she didn't. If the former is true, then I doubt she would confess. If the latter is true, then I imagine she'll be just as reticent. After all, Alice and Clover seem to know each other. In fact, they seem quite close. It seems safe to assume that Clover is currently very suspicious of all of us. I doubt she would open up to anyone right now.
You seem pretty calm. Did you do it?
Not again. Well, if you really want to suspect me, please, go ahead. I'm beginning to feel rather accustomed to it. I would ask you to consider my motive for killing Alice. Specifically, the fact that I have none.
Well, yes, but none of us do.
Dio does.
None of us have ever met Alice before, right?
You are correct.
I mean, I know it's not him because it's the Radical Six thing, but if you're gonna pick someone with a motive, it'd be Dio.
But only if the murder had a motive beyond, well, murder.
What do you
Do
mean?
you remember when we found the old woman? It seemed clear that her killer was Zero Senior, and that they were one of us. There is every reason to think the same person murdered Alice. Perhaps this person plans to kill us one by one. Perhaps the entire Nonary game is just window dressing. Perhaps the only reason we are here is so that Zero Senior can kill us at his leisure, in a world of his own creation.
Why would anyone do such a horrible thing?
Presumably, because they enjoy killing. Zero Senior seems to be rather disturbed.
Hold on a minute. That doesn't mean they're one of us. There could be a 10th person hiding out somewhere.
No,
Well, why not?
there's no way Zero Jr. wouldn't notice that. And if he did notice, I really don't think he'd just let something like that slide.
But isn't Zero Jr. just an AI without a body? What could he do?
Maybe. But Zero Senior has a body. You think they'd really just let a 10th unwanted participant just run around murdering people?
Well, what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
Not possible. At least not so long as we assume Zero Jr.'s statement to be the truth.
Which would be a foolish thing to assume.
Do you remember? He made it quite clear that the real Zero was one of us.
Yep, but that's a bold-faced lie. I thought about what Kay had said. If the killer was Zero Senior, then who could be the killer? Dio? Luna? Kay, perhaps? Maybe Clover. As always, Junpei. Fi, maybe? No, it couldn't be her. I had been with Fi the whole time we were looking for Quark. There was no way she could have slipped away to stab Alice in the chest. Wait a minute, there was one person I'd forgotten. No. No, you know, it's just annoying, because, like, first off, we already know the answer to this mystery.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Like, we've already done this song and dance, so we already know
Or if
what the deal is with Alice.
Apparently Zero doesn't feel like this is worth stopping the game for. A blunt but effective way to make the point.
What do you
We
mean?
should get to the warehouse. It seems clear he feels no compunction about killing us. Should we disobey the rules? As such, I recommend we follow them.
The others filed out of the room. I turned to face Alice. Alice, I'll find out who did this to you, I promise. I mean, she had the Radical 6 virus. I felt my stomach settle back into its normal configuration and the fire on my chest melted the icy hand from my spine. That's the one thing that I thought we were going to get out of the Quark ending that we didn't, is the answer as to why he had the virus first before anybody else. We didn't get that. I mean, the Quark ending was just kind of, ugh, but...
Hey, look. 2 of the AB gates are closed already.
Probably Tenmyoji and Clover.
Wasn't he a pair? Doesn't Quark need to go with him?
As long as one person in each pair is there, it should be okay.
Sharing their destiny, huh?
Pretty much.
That's good news for you, Sigma. After all, you're a pair, but your partner is... Well, I'd rather not say it.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck for you, huh, Luna?
What? I don't understand what you mean.
Well, if Alice was still alive, you'd have a hard time choosing Betray. She only had 1 BP left. If you'd picked Betray, you could have killed her. Of course, that's not really a problem now.
Stop that, Dio. I would have chosen Ally regardless. I mean, Sigma's going to be my opponent, and I trust him.
Really?
Haha. This is interesting. If one of you guys picks Betray, we are gonna get a show.
We are not, I am not going to pick Betray, because in order to get the Luna ending, we gotta pick Ally.
Dio!
Ignore him. How do you and Phi plan to vote?
You even gotta ask Ally, of course. Right, Phi?
I don't know about that. It's a difficult question.
What?
Well, if we choose Ally and Kay chooses the opposite, then he'll have 9 points. He can go through the number 9 door whenever he wants, but it's not as simple as just choosing Betray either. If Kay decides to ally for some reason, then you'd end up with 9 points.
So we should both choose Ally. Seems easy to me.
You're planning on betraying me, aren't you, Dio? As soon as you go through that door, it will be only the 2 of you in that room. I've no doubt you could overpower Phi, if you had the desire to.
I don't know about that. I feel like Phi could probably kick your ass.
Oh, give me a little credit.
No, I will not give you a little
No
credit.
one has more gentle points than me. You think someone of my stature would resort to violence? The nerve.
Hardy har har.
What?
This is just a thought, but why don't all of you promise to choose? Then you wouldn't have to worry about anything. If you knew the other person was going to betray you, you'd have no choice but to do the same.
That seems pretty negative for you, Luna.
I'm sorry.
Nothing to apologize for. We appreciate your suggestion and we'll take it into consideration. But unfortunately, I don't think it's a very good idea. See, my goal is to beat this game.
But Phi...
Maybe that wasn't the best way to put it. When I say I want to beat it, I mean defeat it. completely. I want to get us all out of here. We haven't beat the Nonary game until we're all out of this place. I guess we won't all be getting out anymore, though.
Oh, you mean Alice?
Yeah. At any rate, all of us choosing betray every time is hardly ideal. We'd never escape.
Then what are you gonna do?
Kay needs to choose ally. It's the only...
How will you make sure I do that? I have no guarantee that you'll choose ally as well.
Would you do it if I could give you that guarantee?
Well, yes.
You promise?
Yes.
Good. Let's do this. Dio!
Huh?
There's someone behind you.
What?
The moment Dio turned his head, fire was off. With seemingly superhuman strength, she leapt through the air across the room through the AB gate.
What the fuck? You bitch! God damn it, Phi! Open this fucking door!
He pounded on the door screen, but it showed no signs of opening again.
Fuck!
He gave the door one last slam for good measure.
Invalid pair detected. Please retry with valid partner. Members of a pair cannot vote in separate rooms.
What? Why the fuck not? This is against the rules. How am I supposed to vote? This is bullshit.
I see. This is how Phi can guarantee your choice. Dio can't vote now, so the chance that Phi will choose ally just went way up. After all, if you pick ally and she betrays you,
Dio
then...
will have 9 points.
Exactly.
Don't you think Phi might be worried that Kay will break his promise? After all, if he can be pretty sure that Phi is going to choose ally, then...
You needn't worry. Her plan is very clever. I will definitely choose ally.
I mean, Sigma's the one inside that suit, so... Sigma and Phi clearly have some kind of history.
Let's go.
Right.
Okay. Sigma?
Huh?
You are going...
Yes. Yes, I am. We both have 5 BP right now. If I did betray you, I only get 3 points and not enough to escape. So I have to wait until the next round anyway. Make sense?
I see.
Huh?
Nothing. Never mind. Anyway, you promised you have to choose ally.
Yes. Yeah, correct. In order to get the Luna ending, I have to choose ally. Correct. Alright, here we go. Let us begin. The Ambidex game. Once again, don't need to see any of this transitional.
Sigma's going to be my opponent.
Oh wait, did we promise to pick ally? Oh, it's just you contemplating about whether you're gonna. We already know what we're gonna do. So ally. Alrighty then. That was easy. Vote has been recorded. Please wait.
Round 2.
Yep, round 2 is over. So now we can step out and celebrate our victory. Assuming everything didn't go horribly, horribly wrong, which I mean, knowing this game, it probably did. But
Results from round 2.
like that one round where everyone voted ally, that's never gonna happen again. There's no way that's ever happening again. I mean, I can hope, but I strongly doubt it. All right, how'd this go? Okay, yep, good. Yep, good. Okay, so that's all. Most of this isn't a surprise to me, but I mean, okay. My gut reaction to what I'm seeing over on the left-hand side is that... No, but it's Clover on the other end of that. Really, Timmy? I mean, okay, look, I get it, right? Timmy has 1 BP, he didn't want to risk it. But still, like, shouldn't they... He should trust Clover of all people. Really? Like...
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your...
I did not... Huh. That was not in the playbooks.
Thank you, Sigma.
I did not have that on my bingo card. No need to thank me. I just did what I promised I'd do. Anyway, thank you
It's
too.
nothing. I also just did what I promised to do. Now we both have 7 BP. This is the home stretch.
Yes, it is. I hope we'll get to pair up in the next round too.
Because I'll choose ally.
Yeah, you're an opponent I can
If
trust.
we were partners, you could pick whatever you wanted then, couldn't you? I mean, you'd get 9 points either way.
Well, hold on there. Why would I suddenly choose Betray? I've already chosen Ally
You're
twice.
right.
So let's choose Ally and get the hell out of here together. Sound good?
Okay.
Come on, why do you look so sad?
It's just, there's a part of me that just can't feel genuinely happy about that.
Oh, you mean Alice?
Yes, that
Well-
too.
So, Quark's BP is 9 now. Secondly, he's 1. Yeah, but I doubt he's gonna leave without Junpei.
Why did you do that?
Good
Why
question.
did you tell me all that stuff for? Were you just lying?
No, everything I told you was the truth. You have to trust me.
I did! Look where it got me! How could you do that? You're such a jerk! How could I betray you after that? And then you
I'm sorry.
Are you Zero?
No, he's not.
What? No, of course I'm not Zero.
Then how could you know all that? Where did you find out about that stuff?
I told you,
Don't lie to me!
I'm not lying.
Forget it. It was stupid to trust you. I mean, there's no way.
Clover, this isn't about me. I made a mistake. I got someone involved on all this when I shouldn't have.
You mean Quark?
Yeah.
You did this to get Quark's BP up to 9?
That was my other guess, but it also didn't seem likely because, like, he's not gonna send Quark out by himself.
Yes.
But you've only got 4 points.
I'm not important. The only thing that matters is that Quark gets out of this nightmare.
You're gonna send, so let me get this straight. You're gonna send a kid out all, you have no idea what's out there. We know that there's either a desert or the moon out there. I don't think it's the moon because the game's not that insane. But either way, we as the player know that it's a desert out there. You have no way of knowing what's out there. You could be sending them out there into a death zone. You have no idea what's out there. No way in hell you would ever send him out there by himself. A small child out there by himself with no idea what's out there. There could be a million things out there that could go horribly, horribly wrong. Like, you generally have no clue. Sure, you could step out there, and it could be sunshine, happy rainbows, and the world could be fantastic. But that's the best case scenario. As far as you know, you walk through those doors, and there could be, you know, monsters spitting spiderwebs, breathing sulfuric acid, sentient vegetation spewing out noxious gases. There could be a million things that could go horribly, horribly wrong. Like, why would you...
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to look for Quark.
Hey, what?
Tenmyo didn't respond, just turned and walked off toward the magenta door. Clover started to follow the pull-up short. She spun on her heel and headed off toward the cyan door instead. Like, if you don't know for sure what's out there, it could be a desert, it could be a magma-filled wasteland, it could be a toxic... The virus could still be radiating through the air.
Happened?
It could be... You don't send him out... Like, it could be worse out there than in here, is my point.
I thought Clover had said she didn't trust any of us anymore.
Yeah, I know, but then she chose Ally. Tenmyo must have said something to her before the last round started, but what? Come on to think of it, didn't you choose Ally too?
Yes, Phi put herself in a situation where choosing Betray would be unwise. If she had chosen Betray, Dio would have 9 BP now. I concluded that her desire to avoid that outcome would be stronger than her desire to protect herself with Betray. And so, I voted accordingly.
That was her guarantee?
Yes.
Why didn't you choose Betray? You could be walking out of here with 9 points right now.
It's because you promised, right?
Yes. That too, I suppose.
There was another reason?
Yes.
What was it?
It's difficult to explain. I suppose you could say I felt a connection.
Because he's Sigma! What do you mean by that?
Well, when we were investigating the pantry together, I felt that Phi was somehow similar to me.
Because he's Sigma!
Something in me said, don't betray her. You could call it intuition, I suppose.
Cut it out. Gut feelings are bullshit.
Fine.
Besides, you don't get to have a connection with me unless I give you permission. And I don't remember doing that. You're acting like we're pals or something. Kinda skeeves me out, to be honest.
What the hell, man? He did you a favor, now you're gonna give him shit for it?
You chose Ally too. Didn't you do that because you trusted him?
Not exactly. I just made him trust me. When we were in the pantry, I stuffed my face like an idiot. That got him to lower his guard.
What?
Did you really think that would be enough to convince him? I mean, if you were wrong, then he could have escaped and left you
What
behind.
are you getting at?
Well, I'm just thinking that maybe you felt some kind of connection to him too.
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to feel a connection for a guy whose face I haven't even seen?
You can judge his personality without seeing his face. You tell me.
Shut up.
That's not...
If we could change the subject, where did Dio go? He must have been here for the results.
Oh, he checked the results and then left through the yellow door.
So where did he go? Suddenly the warehouse is filled with the groan and clang of metal doors grinding shut.
The Ambidex gates have closed.
So are we on set to... Okay, so there's gonna be more then. There's gonna be more than unlocks down here like there was with the Tenmyo ending, because there should be... This is the last line for this flowchart, so there's gonna be a lot more than unlocks down here probably, so we're probably a long ways away from getting the Luna ending. Whatever. I've heard the Luna ending, excuse me, is like one of the... Why did people want me to save the Quark ending for last? Wait a minute. I just realized that. Is it because it reveals Akane as Akane, but like we already knew that from the Tenmyoji ending, which is recommended the second one. What did we learn here that was supposed to be saved for later? The Luna ending's been hyped up as one of the best from what I've read online, so fingers crossed, expectations are through the roof, but it might be a while before we actually get there, so we'll see how this shakes out.
Round 3. Start there is the
Yeah, okay, here we go. As many times as we want, huh? Then that means...
As long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
As many times as we want means as many times as we want. Wow, what a shocker.
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
So you can repeat the game once every 45 minutes or so.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Remember what Zero Jr. said?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Oh yeah, what are your bracelets, guys? Looks like I'm a magenta pair.
Me too.
How convenient.
Looks like we're pairing up again. Better than getting stuck with Dio, I guess.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
I'm a yellow pair. What about you, Luna?
I'm a solo, but I'm green.
Wait, green?
Yes.
Hold on a minute. Weren't the colors of the first game red, green, and blue? And we used those colors to open the magenta, yellow, and cyan doors, right?
Yes, that's right.
Then the next round we had magenta, yellow, and cyan bracelets, and opened the red, green, and blue doors, right?
Yes.
But this time we've got magenta and yellow pairs, but also a green solo.
And where are they?
Well, we need to check the other bracelets before we make any decisions.
That means Dio, Tenmyoji, and Clover.
And Quark.
We'll need to check Alice's bracelet too. Anyone could just pick it up now.
I will try and find the remaining people, and their Quark will be my first priority.
I'll come with you.
Very well.
I'll go check on Alice's bracelet then.
And don't forget to, retrieve. We'll likely need it to get through the chromatic doors.
Right. Sigma, can you come with me?
What? Okay. Yeah, let's go. I'm going to have to see her again. I feel sick just thinking about it.
Shouldn't we decide on a time to meet up? Just in case? Let's see. When do the doors open?
We've still got quite a
An
while.
hour and 21 minutes.
Then let's take half of that. What do you say we all meet back here in 40 minutes?
Sounds good. Kay and Luna stepped through the magenta door and out of the warehouse. Hey, you don't think Kay's the killer, do you?
Maybe.
Maybe? But if he is,
Maybe.
damn it,
I
Fi.
don't want to talk. I didn't see you stopping her.
Well, yeah, but I just had this gut feeling I could trust
A
him.
gut feeling, huh? Sure you're not the one who's feeling a connection to our armored friend? I mean, all that plating is pretty flattering to his figure.
That's not
Are you
it.
sure?
Yeah.
Have you considered that it might be Luna?
No, it's not
Why
possible.
not?
Because Luna didn't need a knife to kill Alice. When we played the last round, Alice's BP was 1. Luna was playing against the two of us. All she would have had to do was convince us to vote Ally, and she could have killed Alice easily.
She would have just had to pick Betray.
Exactly.
If she'd done that, do you really think the rest of us would? We'd probably have tied her up or locked her away or something. Besides, there's no way in hell Alice would have chosen Ally. The only way to get an ally vote from your pair would have been to physically overpower Alice. Or trick her like I did with Dio.
So, what, you're saying Luna's the killer?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying the possibility exists. Even if she was, I don't think we'd need to worry about Kay's safety. He's got a full suit of armor. I'm betting he's pretty hard to kill with all that up. Alright, I think that's enough of that. Let's go check Alice's bracelet.
I mean, just all that talk is pointless because we already know that Alice, the Radical Six thing is what killed her, not another person. So it's just kind of dumb. I mean, I know why, because obviously you could do this ending first, and you'd have to sit through all this for the first time. But it just gets grinding when you've already been through all this stuff already. Clover. Hey, Kay, come on, don't run away. Well, it sure looked like you were trying to get away from us.
I wasn't running away. I just don't want to talk to you.
Is that pretty much the same thing? Look, running away isn't going to do you any good. Don't you want to find out who killed Alice?
I don't need to.
Why not?
I already figured out who did it.
Who was it?
Can't tell you.
Why not?
You might be working with them. Both of you could be in on it.
Oh, come on, well, of course we're
Forget
not.
about it. There's no point. Doesn't matter what you tell her. She's never going to believe you. Just tell us one thing, Clover. How did you know who it was?
I noticed something.
And what was that?
Alice figured it out too before she...
What was it?
Why don't you figure that out yourself? Anyway, I gotta go.
Hey, wait, Clover. Okay, bye. Well, there she goes. Ah,
What's wrong?
I forgot to ask
Oh.
Clover.
Really? That's it? Calm down. She's a cyan pear.
You saw it?
Yeah. Snuck a peek at it when she ran. And it looks like Alice's is a blue solo.
She reached down and casually picked Alice's bracelet up off the floor.
I'll hold on to this.
Yeah, good idea. I wonder what it was that Clover noticed.
You mean what Alice noticed? Were you even listening?
Fine, what did Alice notice? She didn't answer. Instead, she knelt down and began to examine Alice's body. What are you doing?
I'm investigating, looking for any clues to what she figured out before she died. Huh. Have a look.
If I held something else, it was a handkerchief stained reddish brown. Is that blood?
Looks like it. It's darker than Alice's, so it's probably been on her since before she died.
If it's not hers, then whose blood is it? The old lady?
Maybe.
Do you think Alice killed her?
Who knows? She could have just found this somewhere for all we know.
And you think she figures something out from this handkerchief?
Can't say for sure, but it's definitely a possibility. So, time we moved on. We need to figure out what Tenmyoji and Dio's bracelets have changed to.
And then we need to find Quark.
Yeah.
Let's take the blue door then. We should be able to get to the room Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover went to
Sounds
that way.
good.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I went down this route first, I probably would have been gobsmacked. Well, no, I know I would have been gobsmacked, because obviously, in the playthrough in which I first discovered that Quark went missing and Alice died, my reaction was very much different. But because, like I said in the Quark ending, it's just they just have a hat of tricks and they just pull the same ones out of the hat every time. And when you've seen the trick enough, it's like the first couple times you see it, it's like, oh man, that's really impactful. But after you've seen the trick for the 100th time in a row, it's like, you've already done this trick and I already know how it ends, so it's like you're not really getting a reaction out of me. Also, how long does it take you to get to your destination? It says rec room. This is the only door that's unlocked.
Yeah, so this is where Tenmyoji's team went.
I'm going to open it, alright?
How many times do I have to tell you? You don't need to keep asking permission.
Okay. That's an odd bit of dialogue. Rec room. We've been here before. Kay rode a toy horse, or a kiddie ride animatronic horse in this room before. Ah, memories. That creepy frickin' bunny. Tenmyoji. I'm guessing from your face that Quark's still missing.
No sign of him, huh?
Happy?
What?
I'm asking if you're happy Quark's still missing.
Why would I be happy?
And then does it hurt? Are you so terrified about whether or not he's safe that it feels like someone's got your chest in a vice? I didn't think so. Quark's got 9 BP. If I find him first, I might make him escape. So it's better for you if I haven't found him yet. Am I wrong?
Tenmyoji, what's going on here? This doesn't sound like you. I know you're worried about Quark, but...
What the hell do you know?
Even though I'm gonna answer that question, I know you're Junpei, I know Akane is the old lady that died, and I know that you, you're one of the people who's been alive for decades, whereas the rest of us were just cryogenically frozen since 2028. I mean, there's a lot about you that I know. Do you really want me to go in depth?
He's all I've got left. If something happens to him, I'll...
Tenmyoji?
It's all my fault. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I never should have brought him here.
Did you say brought?
Yes. Zero made me an offer.
What? Wait a minute. I thought you said you and Quark were abducted like the rest of us.
You mean you came here voluntarily?
Okay, well, in that case, it's definitely Akane. If he came here, then it's definitely Akane that's Zero. What the hell's going on here?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets?
Huh?
Why?
Please, just do it.
Okay, so now we just need it. So now it's been confirmed at this point that Akane's the one who's behind all this, because there's no way in hell that Junpei would have said yes to any other person. So now we need to figure out why she's hosting the Nonary Games goddamn again, because oh god, that's the only piece of this puzzle that's missing in terms of who Zero is. So we just gotta figure that out and then we're good. Finally look to one another. Neither of us knew what was going on, but there was no reason to refuse. We shrugged in as we did as we'd been told. Then suddenly, he did what we did In the K ending? Yeah, the K ending. Whoa, that was a noise. In the blink of an eye, Tenmyoji had pulled some kind of can from his pocket and sprayed both our wrists with it. Hey, what the hell, man?
Calm down. It's not going to hurt you.
Is this some kind of chemical?
Yeah, I found it when I was searching this room.
He walked toward the door and flipped the light switch.
Good work. It's dark now.
Show me your bracelets again.
That stuff you sprayed us with was...
Yeah. How'd you figure that out?
As we've already been through this timeline, or we've already done the K ending, so we know what you're trying to do.
I guessed when you turned off the...
Isn't that the stuff that they use on cop shows to find blood and, other stuff?
Yeah.
Why did you spray us?
Just relax, okay? That's all I needed to know.
What?
Neither one of you is Zero Senior.
Are you saying that because there
What?
wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
You just said that he...
Yep.
Hey, remember 30 seconds ago when you said that Zero made you an offer? And, okay.
Well, you know as much as I do now. I was just making guesses based on what he was doing.
Hey, Tenmyoji.
Sorry, but I've gotta go. I need to go look for Quark.
No, I'm sorry, but I can't let that happen. Wait, you dropped a real bomb back there, and I'm not about to just ignore it. Not the terminology you want to be using in this game, where there's 4 bombs spread all throughout this building that we need to defuse at some point. What did you mean when you said that Zero made you an offer? Why are you here?
I can't tell you.
Why not? I don't really understand how, but you seem to have decided that neither of us is Zero Senior, right?
Yeah?
Then why?
You don't get it. I can't tell you no matter who you are. Right now, we might as well assume Quark is a hostage. Zero Jr. seems to be aware of everything that goes on here. If I tell you, he'll know. And then God only knows what Zero Senior will do.
So... Okay, now I'm confused. Because there's no way in hell Junpei would have said yes to... Like, he had to have known that Akane was gonna be here. That's the only reason he would have said yes to this. And then the logical conclusion to that is that Akane must have been Zero. But now you're saying you don't know who he... My brain.
Please, I'm asking you, put yourself in my shoes.
I looked him in the eyes for the first time since we entered the room and saw nothing but years of loneliness and regret. Before I could speak, he turned and left the room. Oh boy. Hey, can I ask you a
It
question?
won't do you any good. Whatever you want to know, I don't know anything about it.
No, it's not about what just happened.
Oh. I see. You mean his bracelet, right? Chill, man. He's a red solo. I had a look while he was talking.
Oh, good job. That, wasn't what I wanted to ask either.
Well, what is it then?
When he sprayed us, you screamed, didn't you? Yes, Sigma, you're very observant.
No.
But, what?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you... What is this conversation? Not quite so tough when you're scared, huh? Someone was spraying an unknown chemical onto her wrist. Yeah, that's a natural reaction, Sigma.
Shut up. We've got stuff to do. Get going.
Yeah. Hey, Sigma, you screamed there, didn't you? Sigma, you screamed. You screamed, Sigma. What an unbelievable thing you've just done. Okay, that's one of the weirdest conversations we've had thus far. Oh, I didn't want to skip that. Hold on. Okay. Listen to the warehouse. There's one on this floor too. Makes sense to guess as much as we saw on the map. Great. What's that over there?
More graffiti. There was one on floor A too, remember?
Yeah, there was, but...
Never mind that. There's someone else here.
Is that Dio?
Looks like it. Let's go see what he's up to.
Probably nothing good, knowing Dio. What are you doing here, Dio?
Oh, nothing.
Why?
I'm just going with the flow, you know? And seeing where life takes me.
Lies, lies, lies.
You don't seem to have any interest in searching for Quark.
Why would I? Do we even know he's really missing? Maybe the little shit's just off having nap time somewhere.
Either way, we still need to find him.
I figure, let sleeping dogs lie, right? Or kids, in this case, I guess. If we wake him up, he might realize he's got enough BP to blow this popsicle stand and ditch us.
Okay, let's assume you're correct. Even if we find it, even if he is sleeping, we find him. We're not gonna wake him up. We're gonna be like, okay, he's sleeping there. Great. Good to know. We're not gonna just shake him awake immediately. Like, if there's time before the next set of doors open, then we'll let him sleep, and then we'll wake him up. We're not gonna just jolt him awake like, hey, get up! Dio, please try a better line of logic.
That happens. It's all over.
Also, again, Quark would not leave Tenmyoji, and I somehow doubt that he would send Quark out by himself when he has no idea what's out there. Well, I guess he should know what's out there, because he's been alive all this time, so he should know that the pandemic's terrorizing the world in this game. So, I don't know.
We'll be stuck in here for the rest of our lives. Which probably won't be that long.
The rest of our lives?
Yeah. Did I stutter, or did you just forget? Zero Jr. told us, remember?
The number 9, once that happens, it's...
Close for good, huh? I had to admit I'd kind of forgotten that detail, but if Zero Jr. had been telling me the truth, we wouldn't be able to get out until we died. Hell, even that might not be enough. Maybe they just leave our corpses there to rot. Maybe my stomach did a little flip.
So, what are you guys here for? Did you bring Fi here so I can kill her?
What? What?
What?
Oh, really? You already forgotten your little stunt earlier? We're damn lucky Kate chose Ally. If he hadn't, he'd be hanging from that crane right now.
Dio, just find the nearest tall building and then just go, whee! No one's gonna care.
Sounds like you're getting a little desperate.
That was cruel. That was a cruel joke to make, and I get that. But like, Dio wants to blow everybody here up. I don't feel too bad about saying that about Dio.
Word of advice, Dio.
Don't exist.
That's not a smart attitude to have here. All you'll do is make sure that whoever plays against you in the AB game won't pick Ally.
You talk as if I give a fuck. I already know I won't be up against you two.
Why not?
Kay and I are the yellow pair. You guys are the magenta pair, right? Two pairs can't go through the same chromatic door. Simple enough for you.
How do you know our colors?
Kay told me. He was here a while ago. Speaking of which, Temioji and Clover were here too. Guess everybody misses my company.
No, nobody on planet Earth. Does anybody... Here's a question for you all. Do you like Dio? Like, genuine question. When you played this game, were you like, Dio? Like, by the way, I'm talking pre-finding out that he's a terrorist, right? Before you found out that he was planting bombs all over the place. Did you like him? Like, did you actually say, Dio, what a stand-up guy you are. You should keep cracking them jokes. You sure are a funny guy, Dio. Was anybody actually a fan of this guy? Because I gotta tell you, I find that really hard to believe.
Anyway, that's how I know what everyone's colors are.
Wait, was Kay by himself?
Yeah.
What about Luna?
Luna? Haven't seen her.
I see.
Anyway, Kay and I won't be pairing with you two. We'll be taking the blue solo.
That's Alice's bracelet. But how did you know that?
Oh, come on. Really that thick? Look at the doors in front of you. These are the next chromatic doors.
So the next color is white?
Bingo. See that thing next to the door there? Looks familiar, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, it does.
I get it. You and Kay are both yellow. You can get yellow by adding red and green together. If you add blue to that...
It becomes white.
Exactly.
You get magenta by adding red and blue together, and then adding green to that gives you white. So that means Fi and I would need to pair with the green solo, which is Luna.
Right.
That means the other three would be in the same team as before. Temioji, Clover, and Quark. When the other Temioji is a red solo and Clover is a cyan pair,
The only one left is the other cyan pair. So we can assume that's what Quark is.
Could there be any other combinations?
No, there's only one option this time.
All we gotta do now is wait for these white doors to open.
We only got 5 minutes left before it's time to meet up with everyone else. We should get back to floor A.
Sorry, but I'm gonna stay here. Moving around so much is a pain in the ass.
Nobody invited you. Oof.
Right, on my way.
That's tough. Yeah, I've always hated Dio. I don't like anything about him. Even before we found out that he was planting bombs in this place to blow us all up, I still hated him. I hated his clothes, I hated his face, I hated his animations, I hated the way he talks, I hated what he says. There's not a single thing about him that I actually liked. Just the worst of the worst. Genuine human garbage from the first second I met him. And now we get to play the map game. At some point we'll... Okay, we're here. We have arrived at the lounge. Alright. Honestly, I thought we would have been in an escape room by now. Actually, let's check the flowchart. We're still in the same novel section, really. And like, there's obviously gonna be more after this point, because there's no indication for an ending here, so it's gonna expand. I don't know how long this Luna ending is, but I know we have to go through at least one more escape room, so I would have thought we'd have gotten to that point by now, but I suppose not. Huh? Something up? Why'd you just stop?
Well, see that clock over there? The one that looks like the sun? It reminded me of something we saw earlier.
What do you mean?
Remember the graffiti on floor B? You remember what it said?
Memento Mori, right?
Do you know what that means?
It's Latin for something like be aware of death or remember death. I think it's usually used to mean we're all going to die someday, so don't forget about your own mortality.
What about the other part?
Well, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. If the ninth lion ate the sun, I mean, yeah, it's kind of nonsense, but... Ooh, I get it. That's what the clock made you think of, right? The sun in that sentence.
Did you notice anything strange about that graffiti?
Apart from the fact that it made no sense, not really.
Wrong answer. Maybe you're not the eagle eye I thought you were. I guess I have to do everything.
Around Sigma? Yes, you do.
Part of it was spelled wrong. Specifically, they spelled ninth wrong. It should be N-I-N-T-H. But the graffiti had N-I-N-E-T-H.
Oh, I guess you're right. Can we form the... That's wrong. Can we form the... No, because there's no K and there's no V in there. I was thinking maybe we had to form this out of that, but that's not. Maybe with the other set of graffiti, they put an extra E in there.
Exactly.
It's kind of a bonehead mistake. Do you think it was like a kid who wrote it?
Maybe it wasn't a mistake at all.
I'm not following.
Maybe Zero put that E in there on purpose.
But why?
Maybe because he didn't have enough letters otherwise.
What?
Anyway, if Zero wrote that graffiti, then it's got to be significant.
Remember death. If the ninth line ate the sun, huh?
Shit. Hey, it's already 2 minutes past time. We should get moving.
Right. Alright then. Upward and onward. Back here. I really thought we would have found an escape room by now. Warehouse A. Hello? Friends? Anybody here? Huh? Kane and Luna aren't here.
Astute observation.
What should we do?
What do you mean, what should we do? All we can do is wait. We don't want to end up missing each other by accident.
Yeah, guess you got a point. Hey, where are you going?
Just want to check something really quick.
Check what?
The last time we saw Alice alive, she was right here. Remember? She was kneeling down, looking at something.
Yeah. What did you was looking at? Huh?
Find something?
Isn't this blood?
Uh-huh. Nice work there, Sigma.
I don't need you to pat me on the back. It makes me feel stupid or something.
The truth hurts.
Oof.
So, blood, huh? Oh my god.
Last time I looked up at the... What? No, there's no way. There's no way. So what's the deal with the crane? No, you can't be serious. Stop running around. You're not insinuating someone dropped a body from the crane. Just tell me what you found.
I noticed something. The same thing Clover and Alice noticed.
That's... Can you just tell me?
Look at the number 6 AB room. The side that's facing the wall has blood on it. What's the first thing you think of when you hear blood?
Vampires?
Yeah. This whole thing kind of sucks, right?
That's a funny joke.
Come on. This is no time to be screwing around.
But you just made a vampire joke. What do you mean?
I'm talking about this thing.
You just made... Wait. Let me make sure I got the chain of events right there. Sigma makes a vampire joke. Phi reciprocates the vampire joke, and then says, Stop screaming around, Sigma.
The handkerchief Alice had. There's some blood on it that we assume belonged to the old lady. Consider this for a moment. Let's say this thing was on the floor next to the rightmost AB room. We'll assume that the blood on the side facing the wall came from this handkerchief, okay? Then what?
Alice was looking at the handkerchief.
Right. What do you think was going through her mind?
Why is there a bloodstained handkerchief here? Or something along those lines.
And?
Did this belong to the old woman? It must have.
And?
But if it did, then who put it here? Or wait, maybe someone just dropped it, or they could have thrown it here.
And?
You want more?
We're almost there.
How long has the handkerchief been here? Something like that.
Yes, exactly. So how long do you think it was here?
Well, I imagine it wasn't here from the start.
When's the start?
You know, when we started. When you and I escaped from the AB room through the hatch in the roof. The first thing we did after we got out and met everyone except for Clover and Kay was to go look at the number 9 door. We spent a long time examining the AB rooms too. Yeah, I know we looked at this from the exact angle. I'm pretty sure there weren't any handkerchiefs then. There wasn't... Wait.
Huh. Finally figured it out, huh?
What am I... Wait, what? What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what? That is not what, whoa, okay. Okay, so I was a little confused but for a second there, because I had to keep, so, the screen wasn't moving, usually when there's like a cutscene or something happening, it'll just happen by itself. I don't have to actually press the spacebar to progress the text forward at all. But this time it was just sitting on a shot of the AB room. So then I'm like, okay, do I have to progress it? So I press the spacebar, and then it just shifts to a black and white image, and I'm like, okay, that's odd. It's like I pressed it again and again, and then I don't know why I didn't spot it immediately, but then I realized, oh wait, the whole thing moved backwards, and the crane was used to move the AB room a little bit. Very clever game, very clever. Because I thought that he was trying to insinuate because Dio made a little reference earlier of how, like, be hanging from the crane, that someone would have dropped the body from the crane or whatever. But no, that's okay. Alright, game, you get points for that one. That was a clever way to do that, to actually make me physically shift between before and after so I could see that the thing moved backwards.
Probably. They moved the rightmost one all the way to the left. So, what was in the leftmost AB room?
The body of the old woman.
And who was trapped in there when the Nonary Game started?
Well, it would have been the AB room on the right at first, so... Luna. For the third time, Fi walked off without saying anything. My body felt like lead, but I forced myself to follow her. She stopped in front of the graffiti that began 2 milkmen.
What do you think this is?
Well, I thought it was just paint from the graffiti at first, but I'm guessing you don't think so. Is that more of the old woman's blood?
Seems like it.
So Luna would have killed her here and taken her to the right. Okay, Luna did not kill Akane. Let's make that perfectly clear. I mean, like, we know this obviously because we've already gone through the ending where Dio confesses to killing Akane. But even if I didn't know that, I would still say Luna did not kill freaking Akane. After that, she would have moved to the room with the body in it so that no one would suspect her. That would mean the first person to get out was Luna's Niles, especially since Dio already admitted to wanting to use the crane. Like, come on. So what about the handkerchief?
This thing? Here, look. You see this line? It's possible that line is from whatever the weapon was, which means this might have been wrapped around whatever was used to kill the old woman. So maybe Luna wrapped the weapon with this handkerchief, and then threw it between the rightmost room and the one next to it. Then, when the room was moved, it came out.
That means Alice picked up the weapon along with the handkerchief.
Seems pretty likely. This is all just speculation, understand? There are a whole lot of things we still don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery, alright. For example, why would Luna have to leave the AB room, murder the old woman, and then carry the body back and hide it in the same room? I guess it's possible she just wanted to hide the body, but we still don't have any idea why she would have wanted to kill her in the first place. It's also worth noting that Zero Jr. seems to have let all this slide. He's supposed to be making sure the game goes according to plan, but so far there have been 2 murders and he hasn't done anything about either of them. You think that means Luna's Zero Sr.? Even if she was, though, I'm not sure why she killed the old woman. It's possible that she was some kind of intruder who wasn't supposed to be here, but if Luna's Zero Sr., shouldn't she have found a better place to hide the body? She'd have access to the entire facility. That's not all either. Let's say Luna moved the AB room to divert suspicion away from herself. If that's the case, then why did she leave the handkerchief and the weapon there? She had to have known they'd be discovered after she moved the room. Besides, when and how did she operate that crane? Luna was with us since we first got out of the AB rooms all the way to when we found the old lady's body. You, me, and her went to the magenta door and investigated the lounge. Then we went down to floor B together and came back to the warehouse. By then, the room must have been moved. Oh my god, of course, aha, why didn't I see that sooner? Luna has an alibi, she couldn't have moved the AB room. We're her alibi.
Interesting. I have to admit, you've got a point.
Wait, what? You didn't even put up a fight.
If you make me repeat myself, I never said Luna was the killer. Still, I have a feeling Alice thought she was, which would mean that Clover probably does too.
Oh, you mean that stuff you said about what you noticed? Hey, Fi. I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about this. We were supposed to meet the others 20 minutes ago, but there's no one here.
You're right.
Ask and thou shalt receive.
Sigma. Fi, there you are.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I have some bad news. Luna is dead.
What?
She's in room 2 in the crew quarters.
What?
The same room where Alice was murdered.
This is the Luna ending. She can't die. We haven't got this is the Luna ending. This is all about her. I think. Right? I think we're still on the path of the Luna ending. What? This is the third time I touched the body and felt cold skin. I thought it might get easier, but it only gotten worse. I didn't think I'd ever get used to it, but I didn't want to. My hands began to shake and I tried to steady them as I pressed a pair of fingers to her neck to check for a pulse. Nothing, of course. Luna was dead. Her eyes were flat and empty, the pupils dilated in what could have been terror. It felt surreal, like I might blink and then she would sit up again. She would smile and blush and look away nervously and everything would be alright. I blinked, she'd lay there still dead and pale.
And I trust him.
What? Grief cracked open like an egg and rage clambered out, hot and angry and screaming. It clawed at the inside of my chest and pounded at the back of my eyes. I squeezed them shut and ground my teeth. My hands balled in the fist so tight they hurt. I took a deep breath and opened my eyes again. Another breath. I stood up and realized Kate was talking.
I believe she was poisoned. See here, this device is some sort of syringe.
I think it's called an injection gun. You can just put whatever you want in one of those vials and then pull the trigger. It's kind of like the needles in these bracelets.
The drug they used is the same as well. The label on the vial says tubocurarine.
Muscle relaxant.
Yes. Since it's empty, I can only assume Luna was injected with it. You see the mark on her neck. I believe it is safe to assume that is where her attacker injected the drug. Perhaps they chose the neck for the carotid artery.
Then your guess is probably correct. Luna was injected with tubocurarine, and it killed her.
What about the others?
Should I go get them?
No, never mind. I want to get your story
What
first.
do you mean?
When you left us, you and Luna went off together,
Yes.
right? But when we talked to you downstairs, you said you'd only seen you, not Luna. Why is that?
Luna and I split up as soon as we got to floor B. We determined it would be more efficient. Two of us working separately could cover more ground in less time.
Alright, so why were you late?
What?
You didn't show up till 20 minutes past the time we were supposed to meet. Sigma's asking you what you were doing.
I was resuscitating.
Resuscitating?
Let me explain how I found her. I had gone to the warehouse 5 minutes before our meeting time. You had yet to show up, as had Luna. I believe I was standing between the yellow and cyan doors. Some minutes later, I heard something. It came from behind the cyan door and sounded like a woman's scream. Well, it was actually quite faint. It was several doors away, after all, and as such, I couldn't quite make out what was being said, or it seemed entirely possible that I had imagined it. I heard no other sounds for a few minutes following the scream. Eventually, the silence made me uncomfortable. Perhaps something had happened, so I made my way to the crew quarters. As I entered the hallway, I noticed that the door to room 2 was slightly ajar. That was when I first suspected something was amiss. You can imagine the rest, I'm sure. I ran into the room and found Luna on the floor.
So you were saying you spent a good 20 minutes trying to resuscitate her?
Yes, I deduced that she had been injected with tubocurarine. Her heart had stopped, so I attempted CPR, to the best of my abilities, at least. With this mask, I was obviously unable to provide artificial respiration, because I had no reason to believe you would be in the warehouse. If you weren't, I would have wasted precious time. I chose instead to begin resuscitation immediately. As you know, even a short time without oxygen can cause serious brain damage. I felt time was of the essence, but...
Hey, how much time passed between when you heard the scream and when you came in here and found her?
I'm afraid...
Did you see the killer?
No, I did not.
Then they had 3 minutes to escape.
That would have been plenty of time. When you leave this room, immediately to your left is a door that connects to the hallway. I assume they left that way.
Is there any chance they hid in this room somewhere?
No. I examined the room thoroughly before I left to find you.
I'm just gobsmacked. How the hell is she dead?
May I say something?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this has anything to do with Luna, but there was something I wanted to point out.
Like this is supposed to be her ending. This is Luna's ending. What?
Look at Alice. Do you notice anything?
There's a lot of things to notice.
The weapon.
It's gone.
Indeed. The wound suggests a knife, but I doubt we'll know now.
Then did the killer take it?
How would I know?
Maybe they took it before Luna was
Why are
murdered.
you asking me?
If they had it, why not use it to kill Luna?
Yeah, that would make sense.
What?
Sigma, if you were going to kill someone, which of these two methods would you use?
I wouldn't kill anyone.
This is hypothetical,
I would choose the injection gun.
right? Most people would choose that. The more you can divorce yourself from the actual killing, the easier it is to kill someone. There's a big difference between stabbing someone and injecting them with poison.
So you're saying they took the knife before they killed her?
No. I don't know either way. They could have taken it afterwards. There's no way for us to know.
Could they have done that in the 3 minutes before Kay got here?
It's not impossible. 3 minutes is longer than you think. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I don't know when they took the knife or whatever it was. We came here to get Alice's bracelet, and then Kay came by later. There was probably about a 30-minute window. Anyone could have taken it. They might not even have been the same person who killed Luna. Or it could be. There really isn't any way to know. And if we don't know, we really shouldn't try and draw conclusions. That could color our reasoning, and that's not good. Conclusions without any evidence are useless, so just forget any conclusions you might have come up with. Save that brain space for something more useful. Well, I think that about covers it. We clear?
Yeah.
Good. Anyway, we should tell the others.
About Luna, you mean?
Yeah.
We should go to the white doors then. Dio should still be there. Hopefully Tenmyoji and Clover will be there as well.
Yeah, good point. Once it's time to open that door, I'm sure they'll show up. I'm baffled. That, like, it's...
Please, take this with you.
This would have caught me off guard ordinarily, but the fact that this happens during Luna's ending is just even more insane. If everyone does take it.
Something the matter? You and Phi are the magenta pair. Without the green solo bracelet, you won't be able to open the secondary door.
I know. It's just...
Then...
He pressed the bracelet gently into my hand.
If you don't wish Luna's death to be meaningless, then you must survive. Or do you intend to die without catching her killer?
Right, yes. I sighed and closed my hand around the cold metal.
Good.
Wait. Shit.
Something happened?
No. Well, not yet. We might be looking at a worst-case scenario.
Excuse me?
God, what the hell is wrong with me? How did I miss this? I'm sorry. This is my fault. It's just... there was so much going on, I wasn't thinking.
What is it, goddammit? What did you miss?
Quark.
Quark? Oh shit. Temyoji's a red solo. Clover's a cyan pair. The Quark's the other cyan pair. If he's not with them, they can't get to the secondary door.
Exactly.
Oh dear, this is bad. And if they haven't gotten in by the time the primary door shuts, they'll be penalized. If we haven't found Quark by then.
Time. How much time do we have left? Oh no. There's no way. I mean, we know where he is. He's in the treatment center.
The warehouse on floor B.
We know he's in the treatment center.
Perhaps Quark has already been found.
But I don't think there's no store locks around this route, so we can't communicate that information. Sure, so let's move. Okay, here we go. Moving right along with this game, and hopefully Quark will be here. Is he here? Something tells me he's not going to be here. Quark? 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 Yeah, they're open. But is Quark here? That's the sound of K running.
What the fuck were you thinking? You trying to kill me?
What about Quark? Did they find Quark?
Fuck would I know? I've been here. Look, forget about him. Where's Alice's bracelet? Which one of you has it?
What about Tenmyoji and Clover? Have they come back yet?
Around, asshole. What do you think? Hey, pay attention. The bracelet. Do you have Alice's bracelet? Hand it over.
Phi pulled it out of her pocket. The face still shone with blue light. This had been Alice's bracelet. Phi's eyes...
Good.
Never left Dio's as she carefully handed the bracelet to Kay.
Let's go. Hey, what is this? What, you don't like this door? Fine, as long as we're in the right group, it shouldn't matter which door we take.
That's not the issue.
Please, tell me, what the fuck is the issue?
Being a human being, 3 of us still haven't arrived. If we leave them behind...
Oh, come on! Now you're gonna grow a heart? If you stay here, you're gonna kill me!
That, I mean... when presented with the option, I mean... You know, burn hand, two in a bush kind of thing.
But...
3 minutes remain.
Alright, fine. I'll be honest with you. Truth is, I've got a kid. A baby. I was told that if I didn't win this game, my kid's as good as dead.
Yeah, okay, sure thing, pal. Was your kid's name also Dio, or Left? Whatever bullshit they told you in that cult?
That's
You have to trust me. I swear, it's God's honest truth.
Lies, lies, lies.
Zero told me to keep it under wraps, but I figure I don't have a lot of choice right now.
Lies, lies,
I'll
lies.
tell you more once we get inside. Please.
No, it's a lie. Don't listen to him. I wanted to scream. Dio was obviously lying. It looked like Kay was buying it. But he had to go in. I couldn't try to stop him. If I did, they both die.
You have to believe me, Kay. Please. If you won't do it for me, do it for my kid.
Lies, lies, lies.
If I lose, it's all over, please.
No one believes you. Kay turned to look at me and Phi. We both nodded silently back. He's lying!
I understand. Let's go.
Really?
Yes, I have one condition, however.
A condition?
Yes. But it's not for you, Dio. Sigma. I want you and Phi to go into one of the doors as well.
Huh?
Dio and I cannot be the only survivors. I would have the two of you join us. That is my condition.
Damn it. Couldn't make this easy, could you?
What do you say? The decision is yours.
No, I can't do that. You're asking me to leave 3 people to die.
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed. Is that what you want?
I can't just leave them behind. Especially when 2 of the 3 people that are missing are actual characters from the first game that we care about.
Me either. I agree with Sigma. We can't just ditch them. I'm staying.
Phi.
Fucking idiots.
1 minute.
I see. I suspected that would be your answer. You leave me with no choice then. My apologies.
What? Great, we've been knocked out. Phenomenal.
You have my sympathy. I wish there was another way.
Well, why?
Do you actually believe Dio?
No, of course not. I only wish to save you. If I had not forced the issue, neither of you would have budged. Such is your character.
Okay, what are you doing?
I confess I am not entirely sure. I will think about it during the 10 seconds that remain. Goodbye.
Kay turned to left, clearly disappearing outside of our door. Finally lay on the floor, moaning, curled around our aching stomachs.
1.
I am so confused. I am so confused. What is this game? What is this game? Okay, so as much as I'd love to keep the episode going, we're over an hour and we haven't even done an escape room yet, so I feel like this is a good place to call it off. This game, man, this, oh wait, has the flowchart expanded? Still no, really, okay. Well, we gotta have a wait, I don't know how long until we're actually gonna get the Luna ending, but we still clearly got a bit of a ways to go, so that'll be for now. Thanks for watching this insanity of an episode. That'll be for now, so stay tuned for tomorrow, and I hope to catch you all then for some more Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward. Goodbye.